Hey y'all, welcome to Cheap and Shitty. Today I'm going to get a haircut at Super Cuts, not to be confused with Great Clips. So let's see how it goes. Hey y'all, welcome to Cheap and Shitty. Now it's been about a week and a half since I recorded that first part of the video, so I wanted to give my hair some time to kind of settle in and kind of find its own way, because you know, like when you get a haircut, it's like your body healing a wound. It's got to take some time to deal with the sudden loss before it gets back into all right doing what it wants to do. My hair in particular tends to do whatever it wants to do. It don't give a damn what I say. But it's been about a week and a half. It's grown a little bit more. It looks better than it did when I first got it. But this here is my haircut now. Yep, that's a haircut. So I went to Super Cuts. Which, when you're looking at bargains, you got Super Cuts, you got Great Clips. You might have Fantastic Sam's if you're just like ready to razor it all off, but that is an option. Generally speaking, cheaper haircut places, they don't have somebody's name as the name of the store. So if it's just somebody's name, and if it's two names, it's alright. It's probably still expensive, but if it's just one name like Chris with like a Q instead of a C or a K or something, then that's probably a pretty pricey salon. Now, if they've got salon on there, that also tends to indicate it might be a little bit more expensive, but not necessarily, because you can just slap out on the end of anything. Now, I used to have somebody the past couple years been cutting my hair and doing a great job at it. But his store shut down, so I had to go somewhere else. So I wandered around and found this place. I thought I found it. Turns out I went there like 2 years ago and had much the same issue. So anyway, I got my hair cut. Now when you got long hair, there's three main things I tend to try to avoid when I get my hair cut because it's a recurring problem. So the first problem, mullets. When you live in Georgia and you got longer hair, you're gonna get some mullets. I got a lot of mullets growing up, way more than I meant to. So, when you tell folks you want your hair to be still pretty long, but you'd like it out of your face, if they've been around mountains and moonshines and stuff, mullets just right where it goes. And nothing against mullets. I mean, I love MacGyver. And it's a real practical kind of hairstyle because you got some style in the back, and in the front you can see, and it's nice. But in the modern age, it sends different kinds of messages that I'm not necessarily interested in sending all the time. So I stay away from mullets as far as I can. It's real hard to avoid mullets in certain parts of the state. I live here inside the perimeter of Atlanta now, so mullets are a little easier to avoid, but not the next two. So mullets, good on those. Don't have a mullet. I don't anyway. Next is the most common one, the bell. Now a bell, you kind of look like it does like that, and it stops. And there's a little flare out down at the bottom. The flare out's different. It differentiates it from another. But it goes in and it flares out because they cut it kind of weird. I don't know exactly how they do it, but it's a real drastic stop at the bottom. When you got a bell, it tends to make you look like a 60s housewife kind of, with your hair in terms of that. It's not exactly the look I'm going for, but that's something you got to look out for, and that's kind of what I wound up with this time. The bell or the bob kind of look. The bob like a hairstyle, not like a bobber. Well, I did kind of look like a bobber. It was pretty round for a while. But it's a lady's hairstyle. Ladies, y'all can take it. Any of you fellers that like it on yourselves, that's fine too. But as for me, I'm not big into having a bob haircut. Now, the third one, and the one that happens most often, is you get a triangle. So it goes down like this and comes in and stops right here. And it's just real broad, don't look good, and it does this. Like, you can do this without even really meaning to, and that's not something that I need to be doing on a daily basis, and it don't look very good either. It looks like you're like a late 70s metal artist or something, like a metal artist guy. Have you seen Oh god dang, what's that show? Metalocalypse. You look like Murderface on Metalocalypse when you get the triangle, and it's not a good look for everyday living. So, avoided the mullet, got stuck with the belt, and also managed to dodge the triangle, I think. It's starting to grow back in now, and that's fine. You see, I got a little bit here that's kind of not quite in with the rest of it, but whatever, that's alright. You know, when you're getting your hair cut and you notice that they don't seem real comfortable with your hair. Like somebody who's real good at haircutting, been doing it for years, don't even think nothing about it, which is also part of the reason why I might have wound up with so many mullets, because they just been used to cutting them from the 80s. But they don't even think about it. They're effortlessly going through your hair. This lady, she was alright, but I could tell at certain points she would pause and kind of hesitate, and it didn't feel right. But nothing against her. $15 worth of good haircut right here, plus tip. Always tip your hairstylist. Nothing against discount hair salon. Hell, y'all are watching Cheap and Shitty. I ain't gonna say nothing bad about discount stores, especially one that's willing to provide such a nice service as a haircut. Because you gotta go to school for that if you know what you're doing, unless you're gonna use a bowl. And I don't want nobody else's bowl on my head. But as a haircut, I hope you like it. If you keep watching these videos, you're going to see more of it. But if you don't like it and you keep watching the videos, that's fine. I appreciate y'all. Just deal with the hair. Otherwise, I hope y'all have a good evening. Thanks for watching.